This is part 3. Hopefully no lagging, voice lags or anything like that. No just lagging in general. Kind of forget where I left off, but with defeat and shoot. Oh, yeah, I remember doing this where I'll help this guy out. It's teleport. Okay, I won't help that guy out. That sucks for him. Come over here. I can't wait to start doing dungeons. It's like the best. It's the easiest way to level up. You get the best gear, you get all the best stuff. Honestly, at this level, this does just as much damage as everything else. Takes just as much mana, and it does AoE damage. It's nothing compares to it. Wish I had some kind of poison, like damage over time. I like damage over time. So I like the Warlock. There goes my AC in it, if you can hear it. That kind of... Sorry about that. Another thing you can do. Put your character on auto run, even if you don't, click on... You don't tell him where to go. You just tell him to auto run. There it goes. It's kind of useful when you're trying to make a long trip and nothing's gonna stop you in the middle. Like I could just... There we go. Easy. Also could use my mount, make it a lot faster. It's also useful when you're trying to do stuff like... Oh, I may do that. Like I need to go all the way over there. Ah, crap. Pretty sure that when you come up here, you go up to this area and they give you a crap ton of quests to go all over this entire area so you can branch out. Because I've noticed in World of War, they do it on purpose, because if they didn't, it'd be kind of boring, and there'd be no point in playing it through a few times. For people like me who don't really do raids and whatnot, play for the actual open world aspect. They branch out into different missions and such. These used to be my favorite hunter tames, just because they're cool looking. That and cats. I'd used to eat. Damn, I need to get rid of stuff. What I used to do is I'd get unique looking pets. There's in I don't remember the place's name. Over here, this area, there's I guess a bunch of quests for me to get. I think you come through here. There's a city right here. I think there's a lion right here. Either there or it's around one of these mountains. I always got him. He was always my second tame that I'd have. Either that, if I didn't have room for him, I'd just get rid of the base pet. Which for the that was my phone. For the orc, it's a boar. For the troll, it's a raptor. I always like the raptors. Anything that's cool. Really, they're all the same in the end, but they're just cooler. I'd say the hunter is the ultimate open world character. Mainly because he is a tank. He does DPS on the side. He can heal the tank. I mean, he covers the healer, the tank, the DPS. It's all you really need. He's got ranged and melee DPS if he wants. It's the most well-rounded at the very least, for a solo player. Unless you're a paladin. Paladins, actually, you know what? I take it all back. Paladins are the ultimate. Because, I don't know if they were nerfed. I've never really played a paladin. They were the only, from what I know, originally, they were the only character that could solo the fucking Lich King. Which is ridiculous. They could, just being able to solo, I think I don't know the history. I don't know all this. I was just told this. That originally the Lich King, I think it was a glitch where he literally could not die. You would go up there and he just would not die. And I guess they eventually fixed it because, I mean, people are just selling the sword that he drops on eBay. But I'm so sorry. But yeah, Paladin is, it's the only one that can solo him. I don't know if it's still that way. I don't know if they've fixed it or, well, I don't even know if it needed to be fixed. Maybe it was on purpose. Well, I'm pretty sure they can't. I'm pretty sure they can't do it anymore. Whether it's, I don't know. It feels like it'd be kind of broken if they hadn't fixed that. Because I mean, then if a paladin could solo the Lich King, they could solo any character, like any other person besides maybe another paladin. I mean, it'd be unstoppable. That's what it feels like, and that's why they're the ideal tanks. Just being able to heal yourself is kind of OP. OP, DP, it does DPS, tank, and healing. Yeah, and AoE too. Pretty strong. God, I just need to sell some stuff, don't I? I mean, I'm not even gonna use either of these though. Hello, pet trainer. Where's a place to sell stuff? You. Will we? I already have a gold. Yeah, it's not that impressive now. 1 gold. I mean, actually, no. It's more impressive now to have a gold. I remember when I first started playing, my mom's old boyfriend Chris, he would have like hundreds of gold. I was like, how? How did you get all that? That's amazing. I mean, it's just because I never got to a high level. I would just play every once in a while because, uh, I mean, I wasn't gonna sink hours into the game like he did. I was more into Pokemon. I mean, I like RPGs. I love RPGs, but not. I didn't love MMORPGs at the time. I like them now because it's just the fact that they're probably the most open world. Not like as in freedom, as in things you can do, but as in the amount of space in the world and the diversity in the world. Like this quest, there are thousands of quests that are just like this, more grand, less grand. There's just so much variety. I guarantee you. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure I'm sure there's a Naruto like quest where you go off and catch a cat or a dog. In fact, I'm sure it sounds like one of the quests the werewolf would get. Pretty sure. I guess it's, what I don't get is that they act like they're fantasy medieval, but then the werewolves just straight up have guns. They look like they're in like England or France in World War II, or actually maybe a little later than that, maybe like 1950s. I used to love playing the werewolf just because it's cool that you could have two forms, and werewolves are just cool. I don't know. And then, of course, the goblins, they straight up have steam engines. I don't get why the whole world isn't just covered in technology. I mean, magic's cool. It can get a lot done, but if you just progress in technology, which is, like the goblins. I'm thinking too far into this. This is a video game. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much logic into this. They put more logic into the diplomacy in this game. What level are you? You would think a guard out here would be like max level. Like they have the guard in the city, which I guess that makes sense, logically, just to defend other players. But I mean, this guy, like, if you were thinking, like, if this were real, where would you put your strongest soldiers? You know what? That's another dumb question. Of course, they would have the strongest soldiers in the city, but they're in the ruined part of the city. The real part of the city's over there, which I'm guessing where all the strongest ones are. Like, I'm sure there are way more level 60 elites over there than. Oh, I guarantee it. There's only one over there, like back in the ruined city. That was a dumb tangent. What is this power I got? Oh, sick. Forgot about that. It's been a while since I've played. I think this is the... Yeah. It just it basically increases your damage. Intelligence, basically, is just damage, I'm pretty sure. I mean, 5% isn't a lot, but it's... it's an extra 25th, which... Like I said, it's not... Or 20th. 25th. Yeah, it's an extra 20th. Which is better. And there goes the AC again. What? Wait, what is this quest? It says fetch. Okay, retrieve a vial. I noticed that they actually have a quest marker that you can see on, like, in front of you now. And why do I have... Oh, yeah, the warg pup. You can actually see a marker in front of you now. I used to not have that. It used to be on the map, and... I mean, it was just on the map. The mini-map. I've always wondered if other people can see that when you do that. I mean, I don't know if they can see it in dungeons when you're in a party. I mean, there'd be no reason for other people to just around you to be able to see it. Unless you're in a party. What level do I unlock? Level 10. It's still level 10. I think before it was level. Was it level 10? I'm pretty sure it was still level 10. Either that or level 15. What level did we get dungeons? Level 10. Okay, whatever. I love dungeons. Dungeons are great. And see, the only bad part about having, like, all this XP enhancing clothing. Ooh, sapling. I already have like, a couple of those. The only bad part about having these XP boosting clothes is that if I level up too quickly, then I just have to abandon quests. And I like doing all the quests. I like just going out and exploring the world. I've played through a lot of different races just because I like the open world aspect of all these tiny quests that you do, the grinding that you do, the exploring. It's just fun. I don't like reading all the books. There's so many books in World of Warcraft. I'm not that interested in the lore. I just like I like exploring things firsthand instead of reading about things firsthand. Secondhand. I also love finding these just random quests. I mean, I've gone through here. I've done all these quests in the past, unless there's like a new one, but there are only 3, so I know that I've done all these. Glory. And then I think there's an undead up at the top that gives you a I would love to learn blacksmithing. I really would. But it's basically useless to me. Honestly, leatherworking is the ultimate for me, but I like... Do you? I don't think you do. 8, 6. Any more space? It's amazing how exponentially just one extra slot on a bag will put you. Because you're getting... There are people who sell it on the market. Like, bags that are 16 slots or something like that. I don't know how many slots. For like fucking 50 to 100 gold. Or something like that. So people sell things for thousands of gold on there. There are people who sell things for like 999,000, which is ridiculous. Nobody's gonna buy it. I think they put it on there as a gag. I think usually it's mounts too. Like, who in the world's gonna buy that? You could get a membership for that. I'm pretty sure. I guess there wasn't an undead. I'm pretty sure there's an undead up here somewhere, like on one of the ledges. Which isn't too surprising. You'll see a lot more undead going down here, because where is it? Silverpine? Is it Silverpine? I don't know. One of these, somewhere around here. It's where, is it right here? No, it's not it, is it? The undead starting area is around here somewhere. It's not down here, I know that. Most of this is Alliance territory. Forget the lore, but I know Blood Elves used to be Night Elves. I think. Were they? No, they were a different race than Night Elves. They were they were a different kind of elf. And then they got turned into Blood Elves for some reason. And then undead they're just, I mean, they came around because of the Lich King. The Lich King is a Lich King. He's a fucking necromancer. If werewolves were part of the Horde, I would play one in a heartbeat. But I lean more toward the Horde. I still play all of them. I played through most races. Not playthrough as in like gotten to the very end, max level, but I've at least gone through the starting area. I don't like playing as the Alliance just because I've been playing in the Horde for so very long. It'd be really cool. What would make this game so much more open world? If you could just swim to the other continents. I am ready for most things. Oh yeah, it's the Sunwell that turned these guys into Blood Elves. Is there a quest to kill these guys? There's not. Cool. Wait. Nope. I do not. Still gonna kill him. As soon as I hit level 10, I'm just gonna start doing dungeons. At least I'm gonna try to. What? Hold on, wait, what the hell? Oh. What? Oh, wait, is this the teleportation thing? It is. Teleport. I don't know, this marker thing is helping like clairvoyance in Skyrim. I mean, if you really don't know where you're going, I mean, it helps. But I mean, I mean, it might confuse some people. Like, oh, it's up here. How the fuck am I gonna get up there? And to tell me how to get up there first. I mean, what if the teleportation thing was like on that spire right there, but the marker was here, so you run all the way over here, but then you finally read the quest and you realize, oh, it's all the way over there. That would kind of suck. I gotta say, AoE attacks are just so fucking good. That's why mages are always good in the dungeons. Okay, so what is the point of this quest? Just destroy the crystals? That's one deactivated. Fuck. What's up, buddy? Yay, another quest. Although I'm gonna have to abandon a few of these once it gets to level 10. It shouldn't be too much longer. I mean, I'm basically already level 9, and level 10 isn't too far off. I mean, I just gotta level up once. Like I said, magic is cool, but why not use realistic stuff? Like, how is this being held in place? Who's using magic to hold this in place? It's cool. Why not just make a real staircase? I don't know. It's the elves, so they gotta make it look as elf magic as possible. You know, this would be a great name for, like, Daddy Longear. Be a great name for a, no, crap, I can't remember the names. I'll think about it in a second. Just because it says long ear, and it's just it's like gear. I'm a grammatical genius. There we go. And then, see, the mage is so versatile. It's got slow falling. Like, I don't think any other class has that. See, Autolute's kind of cool, but I'm never going to use that. I mean, I would use it all the time. That's what Autolute does, but you just get a full inventory in no time. That's basically saying you're just going to sell everything. You plan to sell everything. Hello, unnamed player. Oh, okay. Yeah, basically, mages, if it's the most versatile class, and not just because, okay, not in combat. It basically just does damage. And if you go down like the frost path, you can get a tank for you. I don't even think you can heal it though. The thing is, you can buff yourself. You get feather falling. You can teleport. you can make your own food, and I'm sure there are a few other things that I'm forgetting, but there's just so many benefits. Plus, these are the only heirlooms I have, so I get an XP bonus too. Like, these clothes are meant for the, you know, priest, warlock, and mage. It doesn't look very crazed to me. Actually, I'll go ahead and move this. And this. This over here. I'm using a laptop, so there's no F1 key for me, so I gotta actually click it. Otherwise, I press a question mark on my computer. I could switch the key binding, but it's too much effort. For now, I'm just testing the water, so what I might do is I might play through each class. Not class, but race. You know what? I might play through each class and then each race, because there are a couple classes I've never really played. Like, there's the paladin. I've played each class, but not long enough to actually experience each class. Like, there's the paladin, the priest. I've gotten kind of far on a rogue, but never, I never paid too much attention to the rogue and just pressed keys. I mean, they're all DPS. They used to have like the highest DPS in the game, but I think they were nerfed. From what I know, they were supposed to be like the ultimate class or something like that. I remember there was this one guy that he apparently, this was back when the warrior was considered the worst class. I forget why. It just kind of sucked. But this dude figured out how to make it the ultimate class. It was just a monster when he played it. And then they hired him as a dev for balancing purposes. Because he's just a fucking gaming genius, I guess. It'd be a great way to get a job. Just to, not even... I doubt he went to college for, computer science, programming, or whatnot, which is... I'll be going to the University of Louisville for computer science in fall. So, I plan to work on computers. Obviously, it's computer science. What the fuck else would you be working on? I gotta fill it here. Can I just fill it from up here? Nope. Okay, cool. And this is the benefit of feather falling. I think it's kind of cool to be able to get a sick job, like working at Blizzard, just because you were too good at their game. Be a great way. You know what? I don't remember this quest. I don't remember having to do that before. I still have feather falling. It's amazing your character can swim so fast they jump out of the water. You're a fucking seal. Not even a Navy SEAL, a real SEAL. Okay, I'll go ahead and kill those guys too. Another thing is, you'll have so many quests in the game that you'll complete a bunch of quests. You'll turn them in, and then turning in the last quest might not even matter because the XP is negligible because you probably leveled up like once or twice. And then sometimes you just kind of forget about a quest, and it becomes it'll turn gray, and that's when it really doesn't matter anymore. Like, you could turn it in, and you get more from just defeating a monster. It's kind of funny watching them just walk up to me. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. They added unique classes, and I forget how you get them. I'd love to be able to play as a unique class, like a unique blood elf or whatever other class there is. Pretty sure there's a unique version of every class. I don't know if there is for Pandaren. Actually, you know what? I don't think there is. Ah, stop it. Where are you? See, I know no matter where he is, I can hit him because he's hitting me. Meaning there's a direct line of sight. Let's see. I was deadlifting yesterday, and my knee is bothering me. Because what I like to do is I'll go up to a 95% one rep max. Not really, like, not a one rep max, but 95% of the one rep max. Which right now I'd probably be like 495. And then I'll drop back down to do reps. See, I love doing reps on deadlift. It's taxing. It's probably the most taxing exercise I know of, but it's just so fun. I love just the grind, the feel of it. The only problem is your knees. Your knees and your calves. You get bloody knees. Because you got to keep the bar close, because otherwise, I mean, you're doing it wrong if it's not close. Yeah, and then of course, what I've been doing is I do 365 for probably about 12 reps, and then no, okay. What I do is I probably do about 2 sets of 405 for 8 to 9 reps. Usually on the last set I'll grind out a 9th rep, and then on the last 2 sets, so I get about 4 sets in total. Really, okay, it's a weird warm up, but I'd consider the 1 rep a warm up. It's not, so I should just say, like, what I'll do is I'll warm up with 405. Well, I'll warm up with the bar, then I'll add a plate, 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 until I get to 405. And then I'll add one more plate to get to 495, then for 1 rep max, which that you would think that'd be past your maximum recoverable volume, but I mean, I'm still making progress in my deadlift. I think I just like it too much. In fact, ever since I took what I did was I took about a it was a 2.5 month break from weightlifting altogether, and I basically, okay, I was a runner. I was really good at endurance running, but I was still lifting for strength. Um, Before I took that break, and then I just stopped altogether, and I gained about 15 pounds. Um, Obviously, none of that was muscle. It was all fat. In fact, I guarantee you I entropied while I was on that break. And then I think it was June, July, August, September. It was late September that I got back to it, and I just exploded because I stopped running altogether. I just stopped running. Um, I go for walks just because it burns calories. I don't want to get fat again. I mean, I could just eat less, but I like to eat, so I just walk. And what I'll do is I'll probably walk about 40 minutes twice a day. And then I'll go to the gym for 2 hours, mainly because that's just one of my favorite pastimes is exercise. I totally forgot where I was going with this story. Oh yeah, okay. I got back and then I gained another 15 pounds. And what I'm hoping happened was my strength shot up. I'm stronger than I was before I took a break. Obviously, I stopped running, so it's obvious I'd be stronger because you can only recover from so much volume in a period, regardless if it's strength, hypertrophy, running. I mean, even like swimming. I mean, of course, swimming you'd have to recover more from swimming than you would from running. Pretty sure. Anyway, like cardiovascular recovery. Well, I got stronger coming back. Actually, I had a 305 bench before I left, but now my bench is about two. Well, I've gone for 295 a bunch of times and just failed it. So my current Wonder Max is right around 285. I can get more than 285. I'm sure I can. But I'm not quite at 295, so I guess I'll just add a 2.5 on each side, 2.5 pound plate on each side next time I go for it. And see if I can even get it. Because if I can't, then I'll just say I need to alter my training. Because it's clearly not working for my bench, at least. My deadlift is still going up. Not quite my bench. It used to be my bench was way stronger than my deadlift. Because I just didn't really train. I never did deadlift until recently, like the past year. I went from, I've always been able to deadlift above 315, like from the time I started lifting. So I'd say, I don't know what my 1 rep max was, because I was on the powerlifting team in a school, which I graduated last year. But I was on the powerlifting team my sophomore year. Or yeah. No, it was 11th grade. And I was good, but nowhere near the strongest. There was there's this kid named JoJo, and this dude, he straight up squats 4 plates, nearly 5 plates. It's insane. Of course, I only do Olympic squats. That might sound like I think I'm superior. I'm not. These people have insanely strong legs, but they do power squats. They're literally taught how to leverage the weight instead of squat the weight. They take their quads almost out of the equation entirely, and it's just mainly hamstring and glutes. It's not, I don't think it's a real squat. Regardless, even if he did do Olympic squat, I'm sure he could squat way more than me. There'd be no comparison. I don't know what his bench is, but his deadlift is pretty good too. Most of the people in powerlifting, they have stronger legs than their upper body. Except for, no, he wasn't in powerlifting. There's this kid, I won't say his name, because he got into a bit of trouble, but he was taking PEDs. He was pretty open about it. I don't know if that's the reason he got in trouble. He was on house arrest. But, I think it's because he was selling them. But regardless, he was on PEDs. But regardless, you still need to put in the work, even if you are on PEDs. So, his bench was insane. Hold on, my PC's lagging a bit. his bench was insane. It was probably it was nearly 400 easy. Nearly 405, nearly 4 plates. Because he was repping 315 like it was air. But the thing is, he had it. Oh, level 10. Cool. Sweet. But the thing is, he couldn't train his legs because I think he broke a vertebrae. I have a vertebrae broken in my neck, but it doesn't affect my legs. I mean, obviously, because I do deadlifting and stuff, but he could not squat or deadlift. But at the same time, he could do lightweight. So, lightweight for him, and this was like light enough to not hurt his vertebrae, which just basically any pressure on his spine. So light enough to not hurt his spine was about 3 plates. And the fact that that's really lightweight for him scares me to think that, considering he was nearly 4 plates in on a bench, imagine if he didn't hurt his spine. Imagine if he only trained legs. He'd be a freaking monster. I think his arms were probably about 18, 19 inches. Maybe 20. I have no clue. I'm no expert on eyeballing sizes, but okay, I'm not a judge. You know, maybe I don't want the water element. Polymorph is a cool skill, but the moment you attack, it's good for running away from stuff. Nothing else really. I can't even get the water element to level 12. Fine. Arcane is probably the best one in my opinion. If you exclude the water element. Just because I like to fight along things. But I don't like raiding. Okay, let's see. Okay. Evocation's such a good spell. I mean, especially in a dungeon, because, like, let's say you're fighting like just these hordes of creatures, and the boss shows up out of nowhere and you have no mana. And everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? Attack. And they get on your ass for it, and you're like, I can't attack. It's like when they get on the tank's ass for not drawing drawing aggro, but then the DPS is drawing all the aggro because they're shooting too many spells at it. I mean, it's not really your fault, but then you can kind of get around that whole kerfuffle with that spell. Speaking of which, I'll probably go ahead and start doing dungeons here in a second. I think there's only one dungeon available at the beginning. Yeah, there's only one dungeon. You know, I want to say I'm the most experienced player, but I'm not going to say shit. Honestly, I'm not. Because I played a lot, but I mean, I can't tell you the ins and outs of a dungeon, of each dungeon. Glory, bro. I will remember this son well. Jump. Come on. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll go to Ogrimmar. I think I'm at that level. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to Ogrimmar. Fuck it. I like Ogrimmar's starting area so much more, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of all these quests. Q? No, not Q. List. L. That's what it was. I'll turn those quests in. And adios. Pretty sure they have a whole language, and it's like Lord of the Rings, where they made their whole language in this, which I'm not surprised considering this game came out in 2004, so it's been out for 17 years now. That's enough for someone to be. Well, I mean, I was already born. That's enough for someone to Be born and graduate. No, yeah, it is, actually. Like, go through their entire, like, live through all of high school. That's enough time for that. It's a long time. And they're still making more. Obviously, because they're still making bank off of it. People are still playing it. Lots of people love the game. It's a great game. It's probably the most famous MMORPG of all time. With good reason. It's great. There's a lot of content to it. Ah, why'd I accept that quest? I shouldn't. That was just force a habit. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta get arcane charges, don't I? Oh, is this the quest to learn how to ride? It is, isn't it? Wait, which one is it? Is it this one? No. No, it's a hidden quest, apparently. And I think I've bought all of these already. I think I have. I would have sent money to myself from another character, but I mean, there's no real point considering I'll probably just play this character to level 20 and move on. I'm not going back there. Maybe I'll hotkey this. I know later on when you specialize into different slots. Ah, it's not there right now. Wait a second. Why isn't it there? What? What is that? Is it in this? No, it's not. Huh. That's strange. Maybe they get rid of it. Or maybe it's just because I'm using the starter account. But there's a whole list of spells, abilities, and such where you unlock a new one, and some of them alter different skills. Where you unlock a new one every time you reach a certain level. I am lagging like crazy. Jesus. Maybe it's because the recording is getting too long. I don't know. You know what? I'll go ahead and stop it for here. So thank you for watching. I guess this has been part 3.